we have MCES taking on QueeN Walkers. For MCES, we have Linade, Hugo Stiglitz, Zinti, Irium, and Tryhard.
On the other side, the QueeN Walkers have brought Stadra, Q14, Klaus, Gaku, and Aaron CPB.
We're gonna have to see which one of these is gonna be attacking first, but MCES has the advantage 12-11 at this point going into the second war. So this one is anyone's game. Just one 3-star from QueeN Walkers is gonna tie it up, and then it can come down to percentage. And this one's gonna be so close here, Woody.
MCES is bringing the same 5-player lineup that we saw from them in the quarterfinals and in the qualifiers before this. The QueeN Walkers have actually made one swap out. We've got Klaus here. Now the new player is a 19-year-old student, and he's gonna have his first chance here up on the main stage to show us what he's got. Now the player that I'm really looking forward to seeing attacking from the QueeN Walkers to try to pull them back ahead would be Gaku. He's got the highest hit rate, and he's a balloon master. On the other side, MCES has got a really thick roster throughout the board, but I think Irium is the MVP to keep your eye on. He got 5 out of 7 3-star hits in the qualifier period, so
yes,
great
absolutely.
chance to see him do, pull a repeat performance here.
Beautiful performance from each one of these clans here. It's going to be whichever one can step up and get those 3-stars. So we're going to keep our eyes on those players like you mentioned. But we're taking a look at Sinti on the screen. He was the one who got that final 3-star against INTZ to help push them to this stage here in Hamburg. And they came in, and what an unbelievable performance coming into the qualifiers. First time that they were there and they qualify. There were teams that came multiple times and they never ended up doing it.
Yeah, it's always a bit more impressive if you show up and the very first time you're at that qualifier, you walk straight through, and that was the story of MCES. They were considered by several of us to be the underdogs in that July qualifier, but nevertheless, it never seemed like they lived up to the underdog reputation, smashing team after team all the way through the finals. They are now certainly a force to be reckoned with, relatively new on this competitive stage, but already making a huge name for themselves. The French team leading with 12 stars against this Japanese team. They've been eyeing each other up all morning. Carmen, they have been preparing their bases, getting those armies ready. What do you think we could specifically expect to see from either of these teams on stage?
I think from MCES, one of their specialties is the Hog Riders. They love the Sui Mass Hogs. They came in with so many, in actually the finals, the game 3 in the qualifiers, 3 of the triples, out of the 5, were all Sui Mass Hogs. And actually 4 of the attacks involved Hogs, so they are one of the experts in that attack strategy here at the World Finals.
I think they also expected that this matchup might be the most difficult on both sides. We talked to Linade before the matches began, and he said that the QueeN Walkers were the team that he was the most concerned about going up against, their nemesis. And then we talked to some of the team, the QueeN Walkers team, and we heard from them, from Stadra and from Aaron CPB specifically. They both said that MCES was the team that they were most worried about.
Yes, MCES is a powerhouse coming in here, and we are going to see the first attacker. Looks like Hugo Stiglitz coming against the one attacker that we were talking about before for QueeN Walkers, Gaku. Gaku's going to try to hold up Hugo here, but he's deciding to come in with looks like a little bit of mass E-Drex as well. If I'm looking at that, he's going to use the King on the top side, some baby dragons to help funnel, but this wall breakers can maybe help break the QueeN in to grab a multi-target Inferno and air defense, ton of value. He's going to have to be able to charge through here and then just fly and overwhelm this base.
Hugo Stiglitz is the main base builder for MCES, so a lot of the work that he's done for this war has already gone into building out the defenses for the rest of his team. It's all about cracking into Gaku's setup right now, though, and he's getting some amazing chain lightning value out of this E-Drag over on the left side. Looks like he's actually taken out an air defense early on.
Look at that, 2 strikes from the E-Dragon and then the Earthquake to help finish off that air defense. Beautiful job to get so much value here. And now he's gonna fly the E-Dragons in right behind, but he's gotta move this Lava Hound. Here come the E-Dragons. They're gonna be flying through the base here. If he gets a ton of value, still has this Stone Slammer, he's gonna be able to help overwhelm the whole core of this base here. here, Woody.
Hugo Stiglitz told us that his superpower is confidence, even in the face of overwhelming odds. But it looks like the odds aren't going to be so stacked against him this time. Already 2 stars up on the board and passing that 50% mark. He does have to worry about a Tesla farm that's now popped up in the bottom right corner of this base, but still has lots of spells to support these Electro Dragons. Expect to see a high percentage 2-star, maybe even 3. Can he make it happen?
He's got a ton of E-Dragons here still in the core. The Stone Slammers now moving through this Tassel farm. A freezes down on this defense. A Rage is down as well. Can he take it down? Chain Lightning. A handful of balloons are moving through with one Tesla on the top side. Drops his haste down south so the balloons can fly in. He needs these E-Dragons to go straight for this multi-target Inferno. Oh no, a Sinking Air Mine takes out that E-Dragon. Oh, it was looking so good. He has 1 E-Dragon. I think actually 2 left.
Okay.
To come down to this final defenses here, Woody.
They're really low on hit points, but they do have a Grand Warden backing them up. A little bit of a haste spell should get them there a little bit closer, but unfortunately they're kind of pathing along the outside edge. And the Grand Warden, helpful as he may think he is, he's targeting onto the buildings that those Electro Dragons are going after, rather than finishing off those defenses first. Just one little bit of base left, but he couldn't grab the 3 stars this time still. At 2-star, 94% with an Archer to try to grab the 95th percent. Gotta be happy about that, especially when you're ahead by a star already.
Yes.
MCES is not in bad situation because of this attack by
We were watching Gaku's reaction there as he was getting hit by the E-Dragons, but what a clever idea to use that E-Drag on the left side to chain, and then an Earthquake to help take down that air defense and help the E-Dragons fly right into the core of this one. But Hugo, very nice try. We saw the look on his face when the E-Dragons were getting taken out at the end.
Back to the drawing board for MCES. They came very close to starting off with that strong 3-star hit that everyone's looking for, but still the Queen Walkers are going to breathe a sigh of relief as that gap for them to enter into the semifinals is going to open up by just a little bit more. They're going to be moving in first with Stadra. The 20-year-old student from Japan is also a base builder for the Queen Walkers, but he's one of the players who hasn't yet gotten a 3-star for his team during the qualifiers. It's going to be up to him now to prove his worth. He's got balloons as his favorite troop, and looks like he's bringing a lot to this attack. 29 of them to support a 3 Lava Hound push. Now, we've often seen 2 Lava Hounds rather than 3, so this is going to be a bit more tanky of a push. It suggests to me that he thinks that there's still going to be several air defenses spread out that he's not going to be able to reach. Is that right, CarbonFit?
Yeah, he's going to try to push into this multi-target Inferno and that Eagle Artillery with this wall record to open up this section to get a ton of value. He still has that Skeleton spell, which means he's not planning on taking out that enemy Queen. Drops a Rage here. He's going to have to push through, but this Clan Castle is closer to the Town Hall. If there's a Lava Hound in the Clan Castle, might pull it up and slow down this Queen. We'll have to take a look that the Ice Golems freeze this whole radius. There is a Lava Hound. He's going to have to drop a Poison here to help take down these archers. That Queen might actually end up popping the Hound, so he's going to have to be careful here. He is coming in on Tryhard's base, so we're going to have to see what Stadra's going to have to actually come in with the Sui Alalo. He's going to have to overwhelm. He does have that Earthquake to help activate the Town Hall as he flies right over it.
There's more than one way to kill a Queen. Uses the Skeleton spell to get the job done. This time, Stadra is moving in with the main attack over on the right corner of the space. Sends in the balloons. We have got activation on that Town Hall now. Drops another Earthquake to get a bit more damage, and sends in the Grand Warden supporting with that Eternal Tome. Pops it and protects all of those balloons just long enough for the Giga Bomb to go off. He's moving into the center of the base now, CarbonFin.
Yeah, he's moving in with the Rage right over the Queen. He's going to have to drop, I think, where was this? He's moving in with the bottom side Lava Hound down there, but he freezes right over the enemy Queen there. The balloons are getting spun around, and it looks like he's losing a lot of force right over the whole core here. And these balloons on the bottom side are going to get picked off. Still has one more haste spell at this point, but the enemy Queen is still alive, and he's going to have to look to try to get as much percentage now. Remember, MCES is only up by that 1 star, so Queen Walkers are going to have to look to try to answer, and unfortunately, this one is not going to get it done here, Woody.
Ouch. Yeah, he took out 3 corners of this base, but a court is still left over on the left corner there. Stadra finds Tryhard a bit too hard of a try to finish off this time. 45 seconds left for cleanup along the outer edges, and those minions have a few free buildings to be able to pick up, so that should get him past the 80% mark. But the Queen Walkers will still be a bit behind MCES with only 4 attacks left for each team out of the 10 that they get in this quarterfinal stage.
Yeah, just a few more attacks. We just seen the one from each side so far here on the Alive stage, and it is a huge difference attacking on this stage versus attacking behind it. And oh my God, you got the lights, you got the crowd, you got everyone here, and he's gonna have to try to help get as much percentage just in the 80%, just 82. With about 5 seconds, there's too much health on this storage here to help get it done. But 82% 2-star, still a solid one, but MCES is looking like they have the advantage in percentage.
Both teams starting off solid with a 2-star, but not enough yet for the Queen Walkers to catch up to MCES. There's still that 1-star difference, but there are also still 4 attacks on both sides.
Let's check out MCES now, leading. They've got another shot at a 3-star here. It's going to come in from Lenade, one of the heaviest hitters right behind Irium. In fact, he got 3 3-stars in the qualifier back then in July. He sported a 91.7% average destruction. So along with the other members of his team above that 90% mark, you got a lot of high expectations from his French fans out there. Balloons are his favorite troops, and he said that the Queen Walkers are going to be his nemesis that he was most concerned about here in the arena. Can he take his nemesis down and claim that crown, Carbon Finn?
Well, Lenade is coming in with a Queen Walk attack with the Queen Walk Dragons, and he has actually not done a Queen Walk Dragons in any of the qualifier matches, so this is the first time we're seeing quite a bit of them. We actually saw one coming in with a triple that was earlier. Can Lenade answer the call for MCES? Has a jump spell to try to get this queen into this core and be able to grab that enemy queen. Look at that town hall. It's completely on the outside there. Utah 14 feels like maybe they can put it there on the edge to maybe distract or bait an attack over there.
Lenade is a 26-year-old logistics professional at QueeN. He's a French master here in the arena. This is, I think, the 8th attack that we've had a chance to see from him. Starting off with this Queen Charge, it seems like you noticed that the Queen Charge is coming back into vogue. She's going to get a jump spell even to boost her into the space, and taking out the 2nd air defense now, leading the way for these dragons. She's carved a nice chunk out of the top corner of this base, which is going to really help the funneling for these dragons. They move very slowly, and so you want to get them onto their target as quickly as possible. Don't have many spells left here, just 2 free spells to kind of keep these Inferno Towers or air defenses at bay. Expect to see them come in soon, but that Archer Queen's still looking very healthy, Carbon Finn.
Yeah, the Archer Queen was able to stay under the rage right there, and now she can help take out that Eagle Artillery, drops the freeze over this air defense. That Stone Slammer's coming around the bottom side with 1 more free spell left. That Queen is staying up, which is a huge value, and these dragons can fly around the bottom side here. If this Queen can stay up, grab this air defense here, and work her way into this multi-target Inferno. We have about just under a minute left. Stone Slammer still alive. We might have enough for a 3-star for MCES. It's just gonna come down to time because there are so many dragons left, and there is no air defense left on the board here.
Very well could be a 3-star. I see at least 4 dragons still alive. The Queen's gonna make her way onto that multi-target Inferno, and taking that out is a really crucial benefit for this raid. That Stone Slammer is still surviving, and it pops down.
Wow.
2 more dragons inside. High fives all around for MCES. Their 1-star lead is pushed even further on the backs of a Lenade. A 3-star strike against Utah 14.
What a beautiful attack coming in with the Queen. A charged Dragons got so much value. And look at how many dragons are still up on the board. Lenade coming in for MCES to get that 3-star.
Pushing far ahead now. MCES is living up to the hype, and it's all smiles from Lenade. Mass Dragon has done the job again. Man, we saw Mass Dragons from Boom over in the Tribe camp, but it looks like MCES has learned how to play that key strategy very well. using a lot of spells to support this queen. In fact, more spells than I think I've ever seen with the queen charge, and then just relying on the overwhelming force of those dragons just swoop through this base, supported of course by that stone slammer kind of coming in clutch along the bottom right side to take care of a Tesla and help assist the funneling as well.
Yeah, that queen was meant to stay up the whole time, and now we have Gaku, a 96% average destruction. Unbelievable. And can he come in and answer the call when the Queen Walkers need it the most? I'm gonna be curious to see what he's gonna decide to come in with. He's coming maybe with Sui Mass Hogs or so many different strategies, but it looks like he's coming with a Queen Charge, a minor attack. First time we're seeing it here today on the world stage.
Gaku scored 4 3-star hits out of the 7 during his qualifier, so over half of his attacks have been 3 stars. He says he loves to eat, and if he gets a big prize, he's gonna spend it all on sushi back home. Balloons are his favorite troop, and just like you mentioned, he's willing to bring at least 1 to this attack, but it's mostly going to be on the ground. Mass Miner digging beneath these walls with heal spells and rages to try to keep them active, Carbon.
Yeah, the Queen's going to walk around, drops this rage for the Queen to get through the enemy king, and that Town Hall is exposed so the Queen can walk up and pick it off. And let's see, maybe we're going to see the king being dropped on the bottom side, and Miners right in between to move through the multi. There is the king at 6 o'clock. The Queen is going to help take care of the Town Hall. And then there are the Miners right in between the heroes with the Grand Warden. He's going to have to move his way through, drops the rage for the Queen to help take that Town Hall down. He has a few heals, drops it right over the bomb tower and multi for the Miners, but he still has to find out where he wants to drop and pop that Grand Warden ability. And look at that, the Stone Slammer has yet to be deployed.
These heroes are making a delicious Miner sandwich as they stream through the base from the bottom right side, heading now toward that eagle. After they finish that off, they'll start to kind of sweep up toward the top corner of this base. Still quite a bit of hit points on that Barbarian King along the bottom, but this Queen looks like she needs a bit of help. Rage spell goes down, but it's too late. Fortunately for Gaku, though, he can salvage this. Those healers are going to go help out the Miners instead, so that's a little bit of a bonus for them as they continue through this raid. They'll need it, too, soaking a huge Giant Bomb hit, Carbon Fin.
Yeah, the beautiful thing is healers can transition over to Miners, while if you're doing an air attack, they would just be sitting there, so it's very nice use. The healers are keeping the Miners alive here, but with about 50 seconds, almost around 50 seconds left in the raid, they're going to move up to this multi-target Inferno. No more spells on the board, but the King is actually getting some nice funneling value on the top side, keeping these Miners in between. We actually might have enough. We have 1 balloon. Is this going to be enough for Stadra of Queen Walkers to get this one? No, Gaku to get this one done.
It's going to be awfully close, Carbon Fin. We still have 2 Teslas left. Oh, Seeking Airmine's going to take it down. Unfortunately, these Miners do not target onto defensive structures, so they're just going to go through the outside buildings first. They take down an elixir storage, takes down the first Tesla. There's only 1 Tesla left.
Just the 1 left hitting these Miners, but the storage is going to be slowing them down with about 10 seconds left in the raid.
No.
He's not going to make it. Let's see, 5, 6, 5, 4. The Tesla does not go down, and there was just a little bit left on that raid there.
Zippy zap those Miners away. Why do they have metal helmets on? Don't they know that conducts electricity?
Oh, man. Unfortunately, came so close in that attack, but very nice try with the Miners in that.
Queen Walker showed that they're still on the hunt here for MCES and on the hunt for the spot in the semi-final, but MCES is leading and we'll try again with Tryhard.
Yeah, Tryhard's going to be coming in for MCES. He's going to be looking to try to add another 3-star after Linade came in with that Queen Charge Dragon attack. But let's see if Tryhard can come in, and he actually ended with a 3-star in the final attack in the qualifiers. Now he's deciding to come in with that P.E.K.K.A. Smash. He's just going to try to overwhelm this one, Woody.
MCES has a nearly indomitable lead in percentage destruction. They're ahead about 6 points right now, and that is a huge amount to overcome for QueeNwalkers. That means that they really want to win on stars. If MCES can put up just one more 3-star hit from Tryhard here and now, that might be enough to set them over the edge and push them into the semifinal match against Tribe Gaming.
Yeah, look at all these healers angled on this Queen from the right and left side. Very interesting deployment of those. Now he has the King coming in from the bottom. Gonna help try to maybe set this funnel, and we're gonna charge in. There is the Eagle Artillery. There is the small, though, trying to find any small bombs. It's on right next to the wall. Now he can try to get in here. Is it gonna be enough? Just barely. It does open up the wall. And now here comes the P.E.K.K.A.s, the bowlers. Get ready for the jump spell to lead right into this Eagle Artillery.
Perfectly placed jump, and a rage right on top of that is going to keep those troops swinging hard and fast. Tryhard streams into the base and will soon engage the enemy Archer Queen, but there's a line of multi-target Infernos that are going to start burning up this raid fast. He's running short on time, so he pops that Grand Warden Eternal Tome ability, protecting them for a bit longer. Finally, the splash damage is going to start like an avalanche, taking down those multi-target Infernos left and right, Carbon-Fin.
Hang on, this Stone Slammer is not going to the Town Hall. He needed that to go to the Town Hall. The Tesla pulled it to the top side. Is this going to be a problem? He has the Stone Slammer movement. He has the hasted balloons. They do go to the Town Hall. Are they going to take it down here? He needs it to at least lock up that 2-star. He does go down. That was so close from being a disaster there for Tryhard.
Well, what seemed like it might have been a disaster might in fact turn into a 3-star hit.
Wait a second.
There's not a whole lot of cleanup left, but look at those P.E.K.K.A.s, man. There's 4 of them, and they're all near full health. They don't have hardly any walls to stop them. They're just going to chop through this base. Can they beat the clock, though? 45 seconds left to clean up.
Look at this, the Baby Dragon's gonna help remove the Air Skellies. Now move on to the Archer Tower. Plenty of P.E.K.K.A.s left up in the raid. Minions down south, he is cheering. That's gonna be a 3-star for actually Tryhard. From what we thought could have been a 1 turns into a 3. What a beautiful dare to actually help get that triple and add it to MCES's total.
Seal the deal. He's tried hard enough. Nicely done with so much overwhelming force. The extra troops at the end there. 4 P.E.K.K.A.s, Carbon-Fin. I don't know if we've seen an attack with that many support troops left over in a long time.
I mean, there was a ton of P.E.K.K.A.s there. We saw the Queen Charge Dragon attacks. So they had so many left as well. But just these pro players are using the spells perfectly in their raids and getting these triples and making it look easy and teaching us exactly how to get it done.
That might be one of the first P.E.K.K.A. hits to strike that hard that we've seen in a long time. I don't remember any other one to get 3 stars yet today, so congratulations to Linade, giving us a master tutorial in P.E.K.K.A. play there. Let's go back to the QueeNwalker side, though, where we've got Klaus. He's a 19-year-old student from the QueeNwalkers. He's a new addition to the team, so let's see if he can live up to the hype. He says he wants to represent Japan here, and now's his chance to do it.
Absolutely. He's got his first time here on the live stage. Excited to see what he can do using this Grand Warden to help pick off that multi-target Inferno behind the wall. But no, there's a Seeking Air Mine that's flying all the way to these healers, unfortunately, and gonna lose one there. That is devastating to fly across the map like that. But now he's gonna try to power through that with one less healer here. And this Grand Warden can get a ton of value, picking off this multi-target Inferno and then charging his way towards the Town Hall, because he is also gonna be decided to come in with a P.E.K.K.A. smash against Arium's base.
We've seen a lot of Queen walks, but not so many Warden walks. I think that the main advantage for this Warden is that he's got a really long range and that he can hop over walls. However, the drawback there is the lower DPS means that it takes a bit longer for him to take those targets down. Klaus is going to drop that Archer Queen instead along that 1 o'clock position to cruise along the outer edge of that base and send the main bulk of this force coming in, crashing down on that 11 o'clock spot with a jump spell to get them on target.
Look at all these archers coming out. We have a baby dragon as well, so this queen is actually just going to be used as a Sui Valley toward the top side here. Still has the Grand Warden Tunnel Town, pops it. The Town Hall does go down. The queen is actually working her way over to the right side of this base, but he still has that Stone Slammer. He needs to get a ton of value with these boulders in the core. But I don't know, he looks like he's losing a lot because these healers were picked off as he was charging in there.
Yeah, ouch. Yeah, Pega's pulverized that Town Hall, but they couldn't make it much further than that. Popping through over that jump spell didn't give them I guess the boost that they needed to take down those core defensive structures. I think that multi-target Inferno was the MVP on defense, burning up attackers from the top and the top left sides. Still an Eagle Artillery standing in the center of this base, the key #1 defensive structure you want to be able to take down. It can attack pretty much anything on that entire map. And so it makes cleanup really difficult. Still, Klaus, with that 2-star, is trying to grab as much percentage as he can. Minions along the outer edge might get another building or two to push them up to that 75% mark.
So at this point, Queen Walkers are going to hope to help pull up some defenses against MCES, because that is 2 triples that MCES has put against them. But 75% 2-star for Queen Walkers there. They're going to have to look to answer the call.
Yeah, Cloud's base just got 3-star by Tryhard in the previous attack, and now he had to attack himself. But 2-star 75 kind of keeps the dream alive here for the Queen Walkers.
Back to MCES, where they're sitting with a massive lead. Now it's going to be their MVP, Arium, an accounting student. The 20-year-old Frenchman got 5 3-star hits in the qualifying period. He said that wall breakers are his favorite troop, and his superpower is that he can keep calm even in the most dangerous situations.
We'll have to see. Can he do that against Stadra on this attack? Deciding to come in, looks like with a Sui kind of Lalo, but the queen is near the Town Hall, so he might be trying to charge in, grab the Town Hall and that queen, because he doesn't have a skeleton spell to try to get value there. And very nice boulder bounce right there onto the gold storage, getting the skip value there. Now the king is going to be used to clear the whole right side there. Here comes the wall breakers. They're going to open up. Don't be too many wall breakers and activate this Town Hall. No, just enough. Okay, if it got that shot off there, that Town Hall would have activated. That was a close one right there, Woody.
Pulled out a skeleton trap as well. That might be nice for him, not having to let that queen deal with those little bony battlers. Barbarian King along the outer edge uses that Iron Fist ability, punching his way through these trash structures along the outer edge to provide that funnel that will be so important for this Lava Hound balloon hit. Archqueen's getting awfully low, pops the ability right at the last second to keep her alive.
Just gets it off, and now is able to take out the enemy queen there as well. Beautiful use of the queen to help get that down. He knew exactly how much value his queen could get, and now he's moving in. He does actually drop the poison spell over on the archers. He's flying the Lalo on the top side. Here comes the Grand Warden. The enemy queen is already down, so he doesn't have to worry about her shooting. There are some dragons that come out, and here comes the balloons on the top side. Drops the rage. Get ready for the Grand Warden Eternal Tome over the core of this base. This is looking really strong with that Lava Hound flying up top there.
A few Teslas are going to distract some of those balloons as they try to float in to support the rest of this raid. Arium has taken out some really key defenses and has a ton of balloons left, but those defenses are still firing away. Archer towers along the outer edge are shooting those balloons as fast as they can, but without the splash damage, it looks like they're going to be coming up a bit short. Still, 2 multi-target Infernos are the last line of defense for Stadra to try to hold off this 3-star. If Arium gets the 3-star here and now, it is curtains for the Queen Walkers. Can he finish it off, though? That left corner is looking mighty strong.
Yeah, with that multi-target Archer Tower and Wizard Tower still up on the top side there. Only 1 balloon and a dragon left in the composite. They're flying around with the Grand Warden. About 40 seconds left in the raid. 2 Wizards to help with cleanup. But I don't know the health of that dragon there, but even that's still so much to get through. That Archer Tower can just pick off the dragon as it's approaching. With about 30 seconds, Woody, it's still a really high percentage and definitely going to help MCES in the long run.
Yeah, looks like Arium managed to get that Lava Hound over onto the outside of the base. Won't have to worry about it distracting for these defenses, but still has got a multi-target Inferno and an Archer Tower. Just lost his Grand Warden, and I think we're going to hit the 96, maybe 97 if this Wizard can get a few pop shots off, but still, you got to go for those defenses first.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get it. 97% 2-star there for Irium of MCES.
Leaving just barely an opening for the Queen Walkers to hope and pray for 3-star back-to-back hits to pull back into this. We've got 2 more strikes coming up shortly. Aaron CPB and Yuta 14 are our last remaining attackers. They both scored 3 stars in that qualifier round. Aaron CPB with an average destruction of 78%, pushing higher than that in the pre-round yesterday, and with 2 3-star hits in the qualifier period. He says that balloons are his favorite troop and MCES is his nemesis clan. Can he take him down?
Yeah, the 2 triples that he came in with, like you mentioned, were a Sui Alalo. And is that what he's going to come in with on this attack? And indeed, it looks like that is what he's deciding to do here. He's going to actually have switches over to this wall wrecker, but he's going to have to find a way to take out that enemy queen. Has the Valkyrie there to maybe help set this funnel. We're going to have to pull some Teslas here. He's going to have to charge in, drops the king at the bottom side. I'll be curious to see which way he's going to run, because these Teslas can change the pathing of the king there. The Valkyrie is going to help move that, but he's not going to go to the bottom side. I'm curious to see if that's where he wanted the king to go, Woody.
We haven't seen too many wall wreckers in this competition yet. They work really well for targeting directly onto that town hall and support usually ground-based attacks, but Aaron CPB is going to keep it flying high this time. It looks like he's using that wall wrecker mainly to support this Archer Queen, to get her into that really juicy compartment where she can take out the Eagle, she can take out air defenses, she can even take out one of the multi-target Infernos and maybe continue on into this base.
Look at this, he's starting the Lalo from the complete opposite side of the town hall. He knows they have to go all out for the 3-star, and so he's flying already. The queen is taking care of this Lava Hound and taking care of the pups. Needs to take out that Eagle Artillery and that queen, because it doesn't look like he has anything else for the queen in the core there. But she's pushing her way through. Doesn't have ability at this point, but he's gonna have to fly in with the Grand Warden. Where is this Grand Warden getting blown back by the sweeper? But the town hall's on the complete top side there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough to get through.
Opposite corner attack. That's a bold strategy, Carbon. Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah, he's pushing his way through, still has a Grand Warden. Eternal Tail pops it, doesn't grab all of the balloons, freezes this town hall, but they're gonna move over to this sweeper and then the Grand Warden platform, and that town hall staying up. Is this gonna be a 1-star? Is he gonna have enough for this town hall there? They're gonna move up and around. There's a few balloons left, and unfortunately, for Aaron CPB, it's going to be a 1. They knew they needed to go for the 3 stars because they've already been hit with 2 triples in this war, and they were down by 1 triple coming into here. So they had to go all out for it. Unfortunately, it backfires and results in a 1 here.
You push it all in with a beautiful flush of troops, but the full house stands strong, knocking that push down. Aaron CPB, we got to hand it to him. This is clearly a base that he could have gotten the easy 2-star against, but he put it all on the line, aiming for 3. And you know what? Even if you miss your shot at the moon, you'll still land among the stars.
Tried everything humanly possible here for the Queen Walkers to get back into this matchup, but that 1 star really hit their dreams hard now. And MCES, they're on their way to the semifinal.
Yes, MCES has their 1 final attacker, and we have Sinti coming in an average destruction percent of 96%. He was the clutch attacker in the qualifiers to get that 3-star, which is exactly what they needed to advance here. An unbelievable performance, and now at this point he knows he pretty much gets that 2-star, and that's gonna lock it up for MCES.
He earned 3 3-star hits from the qualifier round and had one of the highest average destruction of any player at that 96% mark. I think his only competition was the 97 that we saw from Tribe earlier. Still, back into the action now. Our last attacker for MCES is the main strategist for his team. He loves working out really clever attack strategies, so expect to see some fancy play here. Electro Dragons are his favorite troop, but he's staying grounded this time with the Mass Hog Riders. He does also consider himself a Hog Master, and he's learned a lot from his teammates, so let's see what he brings to bear knocking down this Town Hall nice and early to give these Hogs plenty of room for the cleanup along the outer edge.
Yeah, the Hogs are coming through the top side. The Queen's gonna actually get stuck on this Lava Hound, but the enemy Queen goes down there. And look at this, the Grand Warden is following this mass wall of Hogs on the top side. They're moving through this tornado trap. It's gonna slow him down a little bit. He doesn't have any more Hogs, so he's gonna have to pop this Grand Warden Eternal Tome right there through the Eagle shots. And as the Hogs split off in all these different directions, perfect use of the Eternal Tome, drops the heal right in the core there and on the side to keep the Hogs healed up. One more heal spell left for the back end, but finds a Tesla farm. Be ready for some giant bombs in between the Teslas there. There they are. Some skellies on the ground, but oh my goodness, there are a ton of Hogs left. He's got to get this heal spell here, Woody. Is he going to have enough to finish off this base for the 3-star for MCES?
That's a lot of base to deal with and only one heal spell left to get the job done. He's going to use it a bit early. Now that will give him a bit more firepower as he makes his way through the space, but he could run out at the end. Oh no! A giant bomb explodes right on his Hogs. Not what he wanted to see. Still has a bomb tower and a multi-target Inferno to get through. Skeletons chopping away at these Hogs. They've only got one more defense. A sprint trap goes off. Can anything go right here for Cynthia?
Oh my goodness, there's a handful of Hogs left with this Grand Warden, but can the Skellies go down with over a minute left in the raid? Is Cynthia going to be able to help clutch and get this 3-star for MCES? Just a few Hogs left over, and it's a matter of cleanup at this point. Beautiful job there. Going to add another 3-star for MCES. Going to be the third one of this live stream for the World Finals in the first round quarterfinals. Beautiful job there. Going to be able to definitely clean this one up. Perfect attack and gets it done for MCES.
So many Hogs gave their lives to make this victory possible, but congratulations to Cynthia pulling up the 3-star victory in the end. He sealed the deal, and the MCES Frenchmen will advance to the semifinals.
We're going to still take a look at the final attack from QueeN Walkers. They're going to try to at least add one more 3-star, but we're jumping into the replay of Cynthia's attack with the Hogs coming out top side. Got so much value with that wall record to take out not only the Town Hall, but also the enemy Queen. There was just pushed right into that. The Queen took care of the Lava Hound and the pups, and then grabbed some of the defenses on the backside behind that. And then the Hogs just moved right around the base. Perfect use of the Grand War Eternal Tome as they all split off in different directions.
Last attacker for the QueeN Walkers is going to be Yuta 14, the captain of the team. He's a 25-year-old office worker from Japan. He says that the Archer Queen is his favorite unit. He's actually got some experience in the competitive scene prior to the Clash of Clans World Championship. He was a competitor in WPL, which is Japan's official Clash League. As the champions from that scene, he's now moved on to the global stage, and with this quarterfinalist placement has got a lot to be proud of. He's got one more chance to show off his skills and try to get another 3-star against MCES's Cynthia.
Yeah, he's looking to come in with a kind of Queen Walk Miner Hog hybrid attack. The Hogs and the Miners will work together. Miners take out all the buildings as they're moving through, plus the enemy Queen, and the Hogs go from defense to defense to help take that down. But let's see, the Queen's gonna be able to charge in right behind this wall wrecker. He can grab this Town Hall. That's a ton of value in this charge, and then get ready for the Miners and Hogs to move right in together.
Charging straight for that Town Hall. That wall wrecker had a lot of hit points left, but it's gonna crash and crumble just as soon as it makes contact with that key defensive structure. We're gonna activate the Giga Tesla as it starts to zap away, but an Ice Golem inside that wall wrecker is gonna provide a bit more coverage for this Archer Queen as she tries to make her way in to get that 1st star. Looks like she's got a Lava Hound to pop through first and a lot of damage left to do as the pups are streaming out now. Poison gets dropped by Yuta to clean up those remaining CC troops, and the Queen is now on a path to victory.
Yeah, the Queen is moving through here. The air defense is firing down on his healers, and he's losing them one by one, and unfortunately he has to drop another rage there. And now here comes the Hog Riders, here come the Miners right in between these heroes to move right towards his enemy Queen. Still has his Queen ability and another free spell and 2 heals to move through here. Get ready for the Grand War Eternal Tome as he's pushing his way through the core. King burns his ability. He's looking pretty strong here through the core, and then the Queen, if she can stay up, she can help clear the whole back end to the bottom side there. There's the Grand War Eternal Tome. He's moving through. Gonna have to make his way to the Eagle Artillery, Woody.
It's dangerous to overestimate the ability of your QueeN, and it looks like Yuta might have done it this time. He dropped that rage spell a bit late. Still, he's got her alive, but with only one healer now, the third one having gone down to a Seeking Air Mine. Looks like the backside troops are doing their best to clean up along the outer edge, but still with a multi-target Inferno burning through this assault. Yuta 14 doesn't have much left in terms of offensive capability. He's got a lot of defenses left to knock down. That 2-star 75% is solid, but with a lot remaining, MCES's mighty fortress will stand strong.
Yeah, unfortunately, he had the Hogs and Hybrids. The Hogs and Miners were not able to push through the core of the base, and he lost them, and you're seeing his reaction there. Unfortunately, wasn't able to help try to get that 3-star, but still a very great performance from MCES.